see what we need to see here. Do you agree with that, Loren?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's move to our next issue. Issue 2. Who is to blame for the fact that we may not have a stadium in time for Pan Am? There is a front page story this morning. Let's have a look at that picture if we can. Embarrassed in front of the world, Pan Am at risk, says City Councillor. Now, the stadium has missed a whole bunch of deadlines, and if you believe that the best indication of future performance is past performance, then that doesn't make you feel warm and fuzzy about the fact that it's going to be ready for Pan Am when it's supposed to be done just a couple of weeks ahead of time. Certainly the councillor who's the chair of the committee, Lloyd Ferguson, had some pretty dramatic language. And Loren, did you witness it live? Were you in council chambers when he went after Infrastructure Ontario?
No, I was not.
So, I mean, the city is handcuffed on this. They have been since the moment that Infrastructure Ontario got the project, right? They couldn't pick who was going to do it. Right. They couldn't be in charge of the tender.
It's IO's deal.
Yeah, they haven't been able to incentivize the workers to get it done on time. So it's incredibly frustrating for a city who is going to be ultimately held responsible in the public's eye of whether or not it's a successful event here. And they can't get the keys to the place. Events are being canceled. You know, it's a mess, and I understand the frustration. However, here's my point on this, Loren. This cannot be another situation where all the fingers are pointing at Infrastructure Ontario and the province for mishandling this. You remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, didn't we as a city ask for several extensions on giving an answer to Infrastructure Ontario about the stadium location? Didn't we start this project off delayed because of our political indecision here?
Sure, except, you know, that falls under the two wrongs don't make a right, Laura.
I'm not making an argument of whether two wrongs make a right. I'm saying you can't just look at the province like we love to do and say you guys are the reason when we delayed the start.
That would make sense if the timelines were within the realm of our decision making. It's going to be a year late. A year.
I'm not suggesting for 1 second that this has not been a total failure of a project in terms of meeting timelines, and it's been a mess. Infrastructure Ontario should be embarrassed, and I have to wonder whether if this was a Toronto build project, they'd have even gone this bad down this road, right? Who knows? But we also screwed it up before they started to screw it up. And this is my point.
Has been bungled from the very beginning.
It has. And so I just don't want to hear councillors get on their high horses and say, it's all Infrastructure Ontario. No, you took forever making a decision. You asked for delays from them.
But there was a problem in building this stadium that really, those problems had little to do with A, the location, and B, the timing of the location. That the stadium has been misbuilt and needing repair. Right. And there's a really crazy question that needs to be asked of IO, and that obviously can't happen. So last year, I was at that stadium seeing Ticats games.
Yes.
It was seemingly open for business and safe enough for 22,000 and change humans to sit upon.
Although I did worry about bringing my kids to one of the games. Remember when we were still kind of...
Absolutely, but when the city or the building inspectors or whomever signed off, everybody signed off. How is it not safe enough, ready enough for high school football, for a charity event that was scheduled in there? I don't understand at all how it's not ready now, but it was ready 9 months ago. And the issues of readiness are based on our public safety. That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of what could be a possible explanation for that. I mean, is it because the standards, the deal with the Ticats was different than city-run events per se, and the city has different standards?
Oh, come on, Bob Young's Ticats don't have a lower standard of public safety.
So I don't understand that either. Or is it the capacity? I mean, Pan Am requires the entire stadium to have...
But these rentals that have been canceled month after month do not require full capacity.
No, I understand.
And
I'm playing devil's advocate, and it's hard to do on this.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And we are not getting the full story of the actual debacle that took place at that stadium. And I'm not sure the committee or Lloyd Ferguson has all the facts either, but I think it's far worse than anything that's been reported today.
And hopefully we'll find out, although part of me doesn't want to, because really, how many debacles can we take in one city?
No secrets last forever in this town.
Of course not. Of course not. So I hope we do find out. But that being said, I just don't want everybody, because it's been 1 year of council removed, to forget.